If I say to you 14-year-old video game addicted child, many of you may already dislike him. But what if I tell you that today we have 14-year-old child who is refusing to take a shower, who is a raging monster, and who broke his mother's nose not only once, not only twice, but 3 times already. Yes, only in 14. So join me in determining how dislikable this child is and if he's putting bad light on a gaming community overall. And as usual, I've also prepared best solution for this case that even Dr. Phill cannot come up with. So we can compare my suggestion with Dr. Phill's. So stay tuned and let's get into it.
My 14-year-old son Nico is absolutely addicted to his video games.
Let me get the Shuka 69. Let me get the
Okay, so let's actually go and break down his setup over here because I have many problems with this. So this is obviously going to be our Nico. We can see he has prepared some snacks in a table that is portable, which is kind of weird, but I'll get to that later. Now we can also see inside this frame a door. Now this is a very weird for me because he seems to be in the living room. So whenever some visit come in, the first thing they're gonna go and see is Nico over here playing his video games, looking all weird. Here we can see some bag of chips, which from a gamer point of view, we can I think all agree that it's kind of far from reach, so it's really bad placement. Now here is also pretty good setup. We can see he's playing an Xbox over here, he have Wii U, and this is probably Nintendo Switch over here. So I don't see any computer, but even with that he has a way better setup than I do. I don't even have half of this stuff. And we can also see something disturbing. You can see it inside here. This is actually a Fortnite blanket, and believe it or not, he also has a Fortnite pillow. So this overall is pretty weak setup. Once again, for example, remote control is far away and it doesn't look that good. Water, what is this? A real gamer? Not even a Mountain Dew, nothing like this? I don't know. So let's actually see how he can go from this.
He'll be on this device for 17 hours a day sometimes. I try to get Nico off video games, tell him that he's limited, he can only have 5 hours a day, and his answer is, oh, no, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, so let's break it down. Nico over here is supposed to be 17 hours a day playing video games. It doesn't make actually any sense because one day has 24 hours and Nico is spending 17 hours on playing video games. What does he have left? He has only 7 hours left. So he's sleeping, doing everything he needs to do, eating and stuff like that. Does he all do it inside here? That doesn't make any sense. And by the way, the time continuum has been broken because his sandwich is already being bitten off. And I'm keeping my eye on it. Now the worst part about this is that his mother actually is suggesting that he should be playing only 5 hours a day, which in my opinion is also complete madness. If you would tell me when I was 14 years old that I can play 5 hours a day, I would happily take it. I would happily take it. Well, I wouldn't have any childhood, but I would definitely take it. And to have 17 hours, it really doesn't make sense because what is he going to school or doing some regular stuff? He can be lying 17 hours and playing video games. It just doesn't make any sense. I personally love video games, but 17 hours a day, it's too much even for me.
I asked you hours ago to clean up that mess.
Okay, so this is another rage quit. This child is actually having a very big problem controlling his emotions, and you can see the portable table is actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I don't even know how you can go and find out so much things to put there and create so much trash. But luckily they also have cat, which is really confused, and we can also see the entry doors inside here and some shoes. So I'm gonna assume that this is the entryway to their home. So whenever the visit come in, they will see this raging monster inside here. So let's actually see how they can go and deal with this on a daily basis.
What's going on?
I honestly cannot even tell if he's angry, if he's sad, or if he is like some kind of child that is trapped gas, he really wants to fart, but he simply cannot, so he just like... It really is kind of weird, this situation, and I'm not very good at spotting this, so this is something really, really weird.
out! Nico is the most spoiled child.
Nico!
Get out!
Stop it!
Get out!
Get off.
Right the now! Nico can get so angry, he will destroy everything in the house, anything in his path.
So this is aftermath of Nico's rage quit. So I'm gonna assume he walked up inside here on the toilet and he probably did his business inside the toilet. And there is something around this area that make him really mad. I'm not gonna say what it can be, that caused this rage quit over here. Now I see this little shell thing being thrown over and stuff falling from it. And I also don't know why they have chair inside their bathroom. It's kind of strange. Or if it's maybe it's portable table for Nico once again, so he can bring his food also when he's on table. But it doesn't make any sense, because when he is on toilet, he's spending 17 hours a day playing video games. Or do they have the special couch like I've seen in Simpsons over here? There are many questions and I don't see that many answers over here.
Anything that Nico can get his hands on will get destroyed.
What is my computer?
Well, I don't want to take Nico's side by any stretch of imagination, but why would you leave your computer next to him when he clearly cannot control his anger? And by the way, yes, the pile of garbage is still somehow growing. I don't know how, but he managed to do this.
He gets what he wants by bullying us and terrorizing this house.
Now, this is kind of weird because you cannot blame everything on a 14-year-old in my opinion, because you as a parent, you should be able to go and control him, showing that this is a bad behavior and he's not supposed to do that. But clearly they are kind of enabling him this behavior. He has so many games and stuff around him set up so that he can be so comfortable. And while talking about comfortable, look at the weird position he is in. This couch is clearly, he outgrown it. He cannot go and fully lay down. He has to game in this weird mode like this, which is super uncomfortable. I don't know how he can spend 17 hours in this position or by sitting down. It just doesn't make any sense to me. There are so many questions and we need to find the answers.
Terrorizing this house. He'll pull his hair. Stop it, Nico.
Okay, so this just doesn't make, but once again, this is just such a weird video. This doesn't make any sense. Why would he go and bash his phone on his forehead? But I have way bigger problem with certain stuff. For example, I found out this very weird looking mouse. And I don't know how it actually works because it doesn't have like flat surface like this. So it's kind of weird. They have some candles over here. And this wasn't a bag of chips, but a bag of Oreos. But the thing I hate absolutely the most, as a person who is wearing glasses, how can you go and put your glasses on your greasy hair? It would drive me nuts to have to go and clean your glasses, clean the glass every single time it touches your greasy hair. This is something that is over the line for every human being. I hate it. I absolutely hate the idea of putting your glasses on your greasy hair. It's just so wrong.
He'll start screaming if he's not on his devices. Nico, your mouth!
What was that? But also, under closer investigation, I once again have to go and freeze frame it because we can see another portable table inside here, and they do have a bigger couch inside it. So I'm gonna assume that this is the main living area, and where Nico is staying is just some kind of hall. Also, I can see that some people in this household are smoking, and they have some pets inside it. I don't actually think this is for their cat. This seems too much, so they probably have also dog, which is good for them. But other than that, it seems kind of nice. I don't know why they have for this thing, which looks like a freezer inside their living room, but okay.
I take him off the internet and he immediately starts throwing things and breaking things, and
Throwing
it
things
costs
off
us
internet.
thousands of dollars. Replace.
Now, I don't want to take Nico's side, but I don't actually see anything inside here. Maybe this is the thing? I don't see anything thrown away. This is very weird image. If you see something, please write it down in comment, because I really want to know what happened in here, but I really cannot put my finger on it. I don't see anything inside here that would scream rage quit or something with rage. I don't know. Maybe you see it. Maybe you see it and I'm just stupid.
Placing everything that he's broken. He'll bang his
What I don't know
if
is
I don't
this.
give him what he wants, I'm gonna break this phone.
Okay, so very easy fix for this. Whenever he breaks those headphones, just don't buy him another one. Like, why would you go and buy him? Let him use nothing. And he's breaking it with his phone even. What is even the point of it? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Nico is not in school right now. He wants to be a YouTuber when he gets older, and
Oh, you're a YouTuber. Here we go. Here is the beginning of the problem.
he doesn't need school. I couldn't afford.
I don't know if it's actually, I don't want to say legal, but it's certainly kind of weird to pull a 14-year-old child out of the school. Like, have you actually finished like high school when you are 14? I don't know about USA, but you definitely didn't finish high school, right? You are like, what, ending elementary school and going inside high school? And by the way, once again, there is a Fortnite jacket over here, and a Fortnite pillow, and Fortnite duvet. What is going on? Now, you may be shocked to find out, but I'm actually gonna assume that he is playing Fortnite. It is very, very weird for 14-year-old to be pulled out of school, and I think, like, how can you allow this also as a parent? Like, you see that he is clearly struggling. He's spending 17 hours a day supposedly playing video games, and you pull him out of school so just he can spend more time playing video games? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I think in this case, obviously Nico is wrong in many things. But I also want to say that Nico's parents have a very big portion in his behavior inside here, because they are clearly enabling a lot of this behavior.
Force Nico to get up and go. It was impossible. He's a very large child. I think
That's
Nico
what she
takes
said.
advantage of me more now because he knows that I'm disabled. I'm in a
So this is a curveball I bet none of you saw coming, that his mother is actually on a wheelchair, which makes him attacking her even that worse. And actually, as she later admitted to Dr. Phill, he broke her nose, or her nose was broken 3 times already. I mean, that's complete madness over here. But we can see the sandwich is being eaten now. By the way, the cable management is basically non-existing, and he has headphones. He doesn't have wireless headphones, he has also cable running over here. Cable management is just horrible. Horrible.
wheelchair, and there's not much I can do. He'll strike out and he'll hit me. Physically, I'm no match for him. He's a big kid.
Yeah, you are not.
I have one leg. There's not much I can do.
I feel our family is falling apart.
I actually haven't seen this father around the picture a lot. Like, he's even recording it from a completely different location. Like, I don't know if he isn't at home, he's working too much probably, but later he admitted to Dr. Phill that he has also this, I don't know how to actually call it, but it seems like some kind of panic attack, that he just completely switch off and he can go and fall into, like, it seems like a coma or something like this, which is also very weird. And I think like Nico is maybe taking advantage of these disabilities of his mother, but also that his father isn't around a lot. So he thinks that he can do actually everything, obviously.
Desperately need help to get everything back on track.
It's absolutely out of control, and I see it only getting worse.
I am about to break your nose.
Okay, so this is very weird. I don't even know if we are supposed to look at this, because he is like 14-year-old child and he has half broken his Xbox controller, which is weird. And he's also, once again, I'm gonna say it, when some visitors gonna come to your house and they're gonna see Nico like this, the first thing they're gonna see, I don't really know if I want to go and stay there. But it clearly, there's a big problem inside here that needs to be dealt with. Now, I also want to say that this, what we have seen so far, is a very big problem, because this is, for example, for people who are not into gaming that much. This is their only interaction with the gaming world. This is what they're gonna see and associate gamers with. So for example, if you have some older people that don't necessarily play games, but they watch TV, and for example, they are watching Dr. Phill over here, this is what they're gonna think about every single gamer probably. I'm surprised that many people are actually surprised that gamers have some kind of stigma around them and have some kind of stereotypes going in. For example, his mother has to beg him to take shower. This is just madness. Like, what is normal person who is not into gaming supposed to think about this? And if you are watching Dr. Phill regularly, you are probably not gonna be one of those people. Well, it's just one person. Let's not judge the whole group of people based on this singular person. You are probably not gonna be one of those people, let's be honest. Said the guy who is reacting to Dr. Phill's video on YouTube, by the way.
He's like again.
So now in this segment, obviously we have the classic, we have Dr. Phill sitting on a comically large chairs for some reason. I really don't know why, but his advice was you have to go, basically take control of the household back from Nico, you have to go and spend some time with it so he knows that this is not normal. And what they did, they decided to go and send him to some camp when he will be without electronics and stuff like this. And he was obviously hyped on camera, okay, I'm gonna go, I wanna change, because he basically got embarrassed. And it's not a good start of your, let's say, YouTube or professional gaming career, when you have been on Dr. Phill literally shown to be unable to do anything. But the result of this try was that Nico was upset within a few days and he called his parents and they came from him, so he probably is still sitting at home doing nothing. But I believe I have a way better solution than Dr. Phill over here. Because what I would want to go and do is take an inspiration from hamsters. Yes, you hear me right. Okay, so let's go inside here. What I would like to see happen is go and put this giant wheel, the running wheel, like the hamster have, and make it connected to an electricity generator. So you have to go inside here and you have to go and run around this circle like a hamster, and it will create energy for you. It will create electricity for you, okay? And the electricity you create, you can go and spend it on all of the stuff. So for example, gaming. So if you want to go and play a game over here, you need to go and round around this circle. But don't worry, you don't need to do it at the same time. You can go from, for example, come back from school, spend 1 hour running around, and then you're gonna have, for example, 20 hours of playtime. And this is very, very good because Nico, shouldn't be angry at, for example, his parents in this situation because they are not allowing him to go and play video games. He gonna be mad at himself that he's not able to physically go and generate the amount of electricity needed to go and power his gaming. So I think this is a very, very good solution. And I actually believe that this could be really, really interesting way from him. So hopefully you are not gonna go and judge gamers based on these singular scenarios. And we also shouldn't go and judge all 14-year-olds based on Nico over here. But definitely we wish Nico all the best so he can go and join us, normal, regular, functioning gamers. And who knows, maybe one day he's gonna be a next YouTube star. Who knows, we live in a weird world. But if you want to go and support some small YouTuber, you can go and subscribe to me. This is everything and goodbye.